Center. First up, conversion gel. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Let's all stay positive and do some science.
Yes, sir.
Lemon! Lemon! Out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. Bought them anyway. Ground them up, mixed them into a gel.
Afternoon.
Guess what?
Get right into it here. I love that little opening trill of music. haven't played this in a long time. We'll just do normal. No, I don't remember how to play. This game is completely badass, by the way. I've never seen it. Munching on some crackers, so apologies if there's a little mic noise.
Easy, boy.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through.
I mean, Texas.
Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Silas Greaves arrives in Abilene in 1910, claiming he'd ridden Billy the Kid. Smashing enter before the level was loaded was considered dishonorable behavior. That cracks me up.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day.
You have one skill point to spend here now. Ooh. Oh, I've got 6 points available. There we go.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, that's such a cool shot.
No,
All the
Steve.
birds.
The other kind of funny.
I need to tweak my sensitivity real quick. Yeah, that's a little better. Moo cows. Press O to
You heard that. Need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
there's subtitles. I guess they just do the cutscene. Is it in game? Damn.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Game has a very intentionally comic booky look. Kind of waiting for that.
Shoot that sumbitch!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Ah,
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit! They're coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
gunning down enemies.
So
is
that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Guns feel so good to use in this game. Ooh. I'm getting shot. Oh, I can't run and reload at the same time. Shit.
You're dead! Watch out! He's one of them! He's right behind us!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads
They
cut
send
off.
these some bitches running! I'm putting you down!
Gotcha, bitch.
I've got this!
Still,
Switch back
one
to
of them reached the water tower.
Avoid
Not a bad
lethal
idea.
shots in your sense of danger.
It would be a
fully
turkey
charged.
shoot from up there.
Oh, I forgot about that mechanic entirely. It's also kind of nice because it's almost advantageous to use one revolver instead of two all the time.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do, do you?
Ah, sex jokes.
Indeed,
Ooh,
darling.
ranger.
But where was I? Oh, yeah.
Ow, who hit me? I can't get a good shot on him.
A lot of them were saddle tramps, or sod busters, or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Ow, 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 ow. I have no idea if the pistol is better than my old one or not. TBH. Fortunately, it does follow the trend back then from every
Then,
freaking game.
I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
You ain't going nowhere!
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the
wall
house.
breaking. I don't know if the Ranger or the 6-shooter is better. There's not like a that thing. I think the 6-shooter is a little easier to aim.
And like that,
You'll
I was
be
inside,
dead, you bastards.
none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Dead
I'm
in a
dirty,
red
Dave.
Upstairs, I
track.
found Billy and Charlie Beaudry.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
love the comic book style.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
God, I love lever actions.
I think I got one!
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted
shit.
Billy. "Get to the other side."
Charlie, no. Ow. I need bullets. Oh my god, there's so many.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them real
shit.
back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches are done.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Just got a
Jack.
freaking doorway.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna cut you a new one!
Oh, I forgot. You can melee.
Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Yeehaw.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
That was too damn close!
You do a lot of spend a lot of time just reloading.
Going nowhere!
Gotta make all them shots
Finally,
count.
I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
We dueling. Duel. Keep your focus using the mouse. Space to continue. Ooh, it feels a little janky there. When your opponent reaches for their gun, just draw your weapon, aim, and then shoot.
killed him
Goddamn.
in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
That's this entire game's narrative. It's telling stories to people in the bar.
Stepped inside, and bam! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Honorably killed. Too fast to reload. No. Keep it as is. It gets a lot harder later on.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Billy the Kid and Silas end up in jail. There they remain until spring.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
Feels bad.
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
How did I unlock the door from my side?
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Yeah.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Help if I landed in the shot.
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could.
Oh. Wrong turn, apparently.
Middle-leg that sucker!
Ah.
Some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. But suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass!
Oh, here we go.
Can't have gotten far! Check the window,
I'm blind. Don't mind me.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there.
Oh,
I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Bullets. Holy moly.
You!
Oh.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
Ah, no.
Hooligans can go to hell.
Let him get away!
Ow. Owie, 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 owie.
We're waiting for you! You won't get away with this! Let's do this!
Town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Surrender yourself!
Oh, I have to go that way.
They're shooting in the street.
Ah, get wrecked.
Damn! Get your headstone!
There's children here.
Stop it!
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful
shot, bro.
beasts. Keep rising too high, if you ask me.
Oh god. I'm not good at the shotgun.
Put down your weapon!
Make your way. Oh, ladder. Got it. Easy.
Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket!
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free. So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Boy, you are...
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No,
Oh shit. Where did
they
she all
all
come
thought
from?
I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway,
I
it
count
was
the
me or
only called
them.
it the mean ass
The only
shotgun.
way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Oh, I would really like to rock right about now. God damn it.
Deep shit to pack this back! Leave him to me!
Holy shit, there's so many!
Stop him!
Oh my god. Got one. Come on. Ooh, there's just a tiny little bit of inaccuracy with the weapons, which is like realistic, but it makes the long range really, really hard.
Had enough?
Yeehaw.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back.
I got him.
Stop him! Give it up!
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
Out my way.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go.
God dang old pot
And he
belly.
says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Adjust your hand position for a faster draw. Oh. You hear the heartbeat, you can draw your gun first, but will be noted as a dishonorable act and scored accordingly.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day.
He popular.
Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Nuggets of truth. 3 out of 4. Hold on a second. Wonder what I missed. Can't remember.
So
if the
where'd you
Nuggets
go
are
after
pickups or
Lincoln?
just stuff you do.
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job with the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
Cows.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Huge outlaw gang led by Old Man Clinton. Curly Bill and Johnny Ringo were 2 of the most deadly pistoliers.
So was the bastard you were after now riding
a
with the
rifle,
cowboys?
thank God.
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh,
The skills we got here.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And
Ooh,
yes, he
heat wave.
was working for Old Man Clanton.
He's simmering. I like that.
Ain't fucking running.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
Don't look like none.
None.
Oof.
It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads.
Oh, Jesus.
Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Ah, I missed.
Hey. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations.
I don't want to swap.
But I just
for
kept
a
shooting
shotgun.
at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
Damn.
I didn't
be
see
able to carry
Ringo,
both.
but I knew he knew the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to find my way past these other assholes first.
Ah, please cover. God damn it.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Oh,
Another
it's actually
perfect
draining my
example of my
ammo.
relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Yeah, once in a while you get a point where the game, as he's telling the story, actually affects the gameplay. Like last time.
They managed to corner me.
He's badass.
Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Oh my god.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
I'm out of rifle ammo.
Hard to hit a moving target. I ran ahead as if the devil himself
I only got
was
3
after me.
bullets now. Motherfucker.
Bullets were
Why?
whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die.
Keep on Naruto.
I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
Ow. You take fall damage super easily.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior.
I don't think he was literally
The old weapon
supposed to
next to him
drop in like
supplied me
that.
with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke
Our
of good
equivalent of
fortune
grenades.
evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Oh shit. Cranky. He's not a Gatling gun. Get it? Ah.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you!
Shit.
But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Cover.
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo.
Look at my skills. Oh, interesting.
I needed to get that old man off that gun.
God damn. Oh shit. Nah. Poor cactus. No. Oh god. Okay, I have to run up there. I can't just pop him. Ah, shit. This dude really hates cactus.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Remember how you're supposed to do that when they throw the dynamite right where you're taking cover. Yeehaw! God damn it. Holy shit, that thing does a lot of damage.
Would you just die? Oh, gotta reload. Wait,
Oh, I actually
look at you, you yellow belly hot.
I can't hit him. Damn here. Oh. Maybe I can just do that. Too bad I just used the last of my damn dynamite.
I don't know how you live this long. Do I gotta reload again?
Ooh, that did a good chunk. That bitch.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Woo, got him. Man, I keep missing like one nugget of truth every time. Feels bad. The true reason behind Silas's pursuit of the cowboys wasn't money, but for revenge on one of his arch enemies, John Ringo. Ooh.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK
Really?
Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep.
Hey, Ben's
They
voiced
both
by the guy
deserve
who
to
voices
die,
Colonel
and I
Metal
promise I'll
Gear.
tell you why. But first, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
Put some hot in him! God damn you! You can't hide forever!
He's hiding, bitch.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Ooh, boy. Not doing too hot. Shot right there. There we go. That's a little better.
Die, damn it!
There were
Traps.
killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed.
Damn it, switched to
And
one.
that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp.
Ooh,
That
son.
man was all hat and no cap.
Put some holes in him!
Now.
Murder him!
Yeet.
Earp wasn't
Okay,
much of a
the
match
Son-off
for him,
replaces the
but
pistol.
Doc
not your
Holliday might have
primary.
taken it.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Kind of hard to aim this thing, honestly. Shit.
You're dead!
Wow, I can't believe I missed that. Holy shit. That was a terrible shot.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Imagine getting dunked on by some dude and later he proves you as dumber as a box of rocks.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Dynamite. Ah, damn it, lost one flying.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Yeah.
Middle-ain't that sucker!
That man is just shooting blindly over cover.
deal.
Number. Switch for the active six shooter.
Get around corners. In for the kill.
Oh. Hello, gentlemen.
Look out!
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And I just blew shit.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley
what I
that was
got.
truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Where am I going? Oh, down here probably.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Oh shit. Takes a shot. Oh, takes a shot. Dudes.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Oh shit. I did not mean to come down here. Ah.
Come on out, son.
And he takes so much damage, bro.
Hiding like a scared motherfucker.
You dude.
Come here. Now you're really
Gotcha.
pissing me off.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Great Canyon. I found like stereotypical the names are. That is the killer mustache.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Oh, right in the
Sorry
chest.
I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Ah, I still missed a few nuggets of truth. Improved agility and concentration. Oh, I want to reload while sprinting. That'll be nice and handy.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
I'm loving the style of this game. It's so good. The Magnificent One. Killing Johnny Ringo was the first chapter of Silas's saga of revenge and started him on a bloody career as a bounty hunter.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
Oh, I see dudes.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Besides,
George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
That's a very famous saying, by the way. It's how important the Colt revolver was.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves, killers, robbing travelers, and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable.
I love Western shit like this, dude.
Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons.
If I had a camera, y'all would see a big shit-eating grin on my
Ordinary
face.
citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Oh, damn.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals. I was
my God, there's so
outnumbered
much
and in
gunpowder
way
everywhere.
over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it.
Oh, it's just a dead dude.
They must have thought I
Clipped
was
in the
tough.
rock. Ow.
Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Somebody's throwing dynamite prematurely.
Do you know who we are?
Nope. Don't care.
Hey, now you're really pissing me off.
Ooh, Rangers.
Get out here.
I'm a little worried if I switch to the shotgun, I'm gonna need my rifle in a bit. Badass shotgun now.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
You can ride, but you can't hide.
Come on, you little bastards. Fuck your heads in.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
See you, sneaky mofos. I have the high ground.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Holy moly. Okay. Very, very easy to take fall damage. I don't see a ladder. Oh. It's just dark. There's a natural ramp.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked.
He says as he takes a giant booby trap in the face. Oh, shit.
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to Kingdom Come.
God damn. I can't see shit.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, somebody has to know what he's shooting at.
Oops.
All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Oops.
Thank you. I will drop you to the line, sir.
Ow. Oh, please no.
Die for this, you hear me?
Okay, I have a feeling I want this rifle back.
Die.
Oh my god. Oh, gunpowder. Holy shit.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Run!
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insightful.
I'm just that badass.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Oh, I still have to repeat that.
Instead, I spotted a ladder, way into the mine from the opposite side. It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me.
Oh, maybe.
Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however.
Ugh.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle
I wonder
that
how much
score
10,000
come hell or high
back
water.
whenever this takes place would be equivalent to today. I'm sure quite a bit.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Ladder? Even though he basically said shouldn't do that.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed
Yo,
up
what up,
already,
Batman?
so what the hell?
How you doing?
Plummer was a mad dog killer.
Ooh,
and the
shit.
people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right,
God dang.
well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Oh, can't go that way. This way. Ah, maybe. This doesn't look like a trap at all. Fuck. Ah. Henry Plummer.
They're gonna bury you. Well, in a million pieces.
Shit.
Worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
Everyone, get at you. I can shoot too.
Mother.
Yeah, I need some help here. Come on, boys, take this cocksucker out.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to call somebody. Oh god.
Shoot him, Doc.
Oh, death touch. God damn it. I could use more cover.
You ain't beating me, boy.
Ow.
Rule the day.
Shit. I'm alive. Alright, he's back.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up.
Oh, movement.
You can shoot, but no way.
Man, I only hit him a couple times with that.
This is gonna hurt.
Stop with the dynamite, dude. Ooh.
I can shoot.
Touched. Oh god.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces.
Got you. Try that bullshit again. Oh, I got one of them. Not the other though.
They're gonna bury you in a million
Damn.
pieces.
Ah! hell, there's too many dudes. Yep. Need backup and dynamite. Piece of shit. Gotcha.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
God damn.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
John Wesley Hardin.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Finance pursuit of his remaining quarry, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
Nope. I didn't realize it was gonna toss me right in control like that when it automatically did the death thing. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to ban a bot out of the chat. Thought I had a second.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Oh, please tell me I have the right one. Oh, thank you. Come on. Poke your bastard. Ah. Ah, tactical advance.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Quite the expression.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Nugget somewhere nearby.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me.
Where, game? I want it.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer.
God damn it, game.
By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands.
Pretty sure I've
brothers
killed
and
more
sons,
than that already.
Men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. You right. God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
Tell Hardin someone's coming for him.
Drop that sumbitch!
I don't even see this dude. He's yelling at me.
Let the boys know we got
Ooh,
another
Rangers.
law dog.
Nah. I'm not a huge fan of the shotguns in this game. TBH. Like they feel a little weird to aim.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Secret. 2 of 6. Ouch. Oh, it's a windmill making that noise. That's actually kind of a cool shot right there. How am I going?
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
I feel like there should be more dudes here. Oh, here we go.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
I kind of like little quick time events.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story.
Ah, bitches.
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Oh, why'd you have to tell me that? Now I feel like a dick. Ooh, long shot. Got him. Ooh, stuff back here? Yeah, secret. Guessing that's what I was looking for earlier. Oh, my dog's doing something. What the hell are you doing? Tinker? Come here. Alright, sorry about that. Here we go. I love the soundtrack. Very spaghetti western. Gotcha.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Oh,
Yeah, you know you
there's still a nugget back here somewhere.
Show 'em how to die.
Uh-oh. Ah, I got stuck. What am I looking for that's setting my secret thing off?
Can't believe you keep missing.
Oh, it might be in
Say,
here.
nobody there was happy to see me.
Oh, that's cool, the barrels are really
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Oh, shit. First hit, 15. Killed a man for snoring. 40 more for breathing. Oof.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
I have a hard time trying to like do both of these meters at once. Oh, I think he got me. Uh-oh. Ugh.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
I don't get hit by that one.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he
God
was
damn it.
free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Wonder if that's how it's supposed to go down or not.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
5, Grey Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
I mean, Indian guy wanting revenge. Like, come on. It's understandable. I don't feel like that's... Oh, strangely enough.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Long time ago, on a mountain far, far away.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people.
Ooh, I have a skill point. Ooh. Ooh. Able to move and run during concentration. Yeah, engraved ranger.
The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Feels bad.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
I'll go.
He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Hell yeah. Mountain time. Oh, look how good that looks.
They saw me before I saw them. And it crossed my
Indians,
mind that
making
maybe
me
this
feel
wasn't
bad.
such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Oh god. I mean, runners. I got dudes just running up at me to cut me. Yeah, I still don't want the shotgun game. Not as useful as the rifle 90% of the time.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. And that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets
I'm
about
having to
going
deal
after them the way
winter
I did.
time, like pre-modern
But then again,
convenience. That huge
got a lot of those.
But I don't have to deal with that shit. Winter sucks enough as is.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Ow! Getting my ass beat. Ah. Ah.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you're in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Cussedness, even a word? Oh, shit. Yeah.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So
Left
it
or
was
right?
like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Holy shit. Ah. Let me check the other path here. I don't want to miss secrets. A little bit of ammo. Holy cow, it's dark as fuck. That might be part of it. I mean, gamma was like way lower than it needed to be. Hey, there we go. That's better. Oh, the Rangers, yes. Packing now. Oh, and they actually do get the engraving on them. I'm getting some lights so you can see. God damn, I got freaking pimp blasters now. Holy shit.
How big was this cave?
Big as hell, Ben.
Big as
Chiricahua
hell.
had hit out there during the Indian Wars.
God, that level up noise is fantastic.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Inlaid 6-shooter. I'm gonna avoid like spending skill points on the shotgun. I just don't like it.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
I can reload faster when I mash R. You're gonna hear a lot of feet clacking.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me
Jesus.
all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh,
God damn it.
well, I
did not
pursued him
remember
into
that.
the Cave of Death.
Definitely a cave of death looking. Ooh. Secret. Inlaid 6-shooter. Let me take a peek. I just like the Rangers. At least both of my whatever like crystal model I think now is upgraded.
I came upon this
Oh,
flooded
shit.
grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows. And I sensed he meant me no harm.
He
You
angry.
carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Whoa.
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
Slow motion.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ah. Holy cow, you move way slower in the water. I'm really glad I got the sweat blades right now, though. Holy shit.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
More fourth wall.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river.
Shit.
To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in
Missed
hell
my
I
quick
was
time with
turning
that
back.
thingy. Good boy. Speed of aiming. Ooh, I kind of want to work toward that upgraded rifle. Yeah. What's we got here? Headhunter. Make headshots to increase focus. Oh shit. I am definitely gonna go for that. Ah. I'm not a huge fan of platforming first-person games.
I chased
Aside
after
of,
him,
like,
determined to
Doom
make him
Eternal.
explain the meaning of all that mumbo
Even
jumbo.
then, it's still like, eh.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Okay, rifle time. Ow.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this
It'll be
out.
a bit of a
Where
reveal
were
with the
we?
white kid.
You were
at the
surrounded
end of
by
the game.
100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
God, reload.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Yeah, the fourth
I
wall
followed it as I
stuff gets a little more
desperately needed to
ridiculous
find
the
out
further
what
in you
Grey
get.
Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Ooh, spooky.
Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Bitch.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
The Dalton brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did. It was early morning. One of my friends was a local
I gotta use the
gunsmith,
bathroom. Be right
and he
back.
handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one.
I'm back. Take down the Dalton.
You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
Oh boy. Quick shooter.
Kill that!
Oh, these are completely new pistols.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to
I do
Coffeyville
not remember this
just
game
to
being
shut her
so
up.
misogynistic.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Yeah, call it out, Bart lady.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Okay, so the quick shooter reloads super fast. That's its whole deal. If I had to guess, it's probably got like the weakest damage though.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. They met an adversary that day who had no fear. And
Now
offered
Dwight's
them
just
no
regurgitating what he read
Marshals
in the
tried to
time.
get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait for some bitches.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
All right, lads, here we go. Ow.
We've got company.
Heroic
Kinda like
men
these
like
quick
him,
shooters.
who did what other men couldn't
really good
or
up
wouldn't
close.
to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Can I take the pistol and the rifle? No. Right. I'll try the shotgun game.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Brother!
It'll be one of the few occasions where it's actually beneficial to use it.
That's right.
Yeah, dude, nice and pulpy.
Rule the day. Over there!
Wrong button. Used my save.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell? Now you're
Blam! Blam! Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
No, he just fell. Leader, beloved loser. Bob, Emmett, and Grat.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
In for the kill.
And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Goddamn shield people. I need pistols, please. There we go.
Hey, we got us a year of work. Put some holes in them.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose it. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Goddamn,
Since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith.
Damn it. I was in the middle of a reload. I didn't see that, dude.
Get those boys. Shoot them down. They ain't getting away with this. Come on, we gotta get out of here. I think they know who we are.
Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Nah. Ooh, I'm gonna jumped up here, alright. Oh, no, he dead. He dead.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Haha, dodged it. Got him. Where am I? Oh.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Damn, that was loud. Law dog.
Ow.
You messed with the wrong damn dog.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
23 times. God damn.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Hey, I got all the nuggets in that level. Hell yeah.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't
Somewhere in Missouri. It's don't
And
look
in
like
that time,
Missouri.
a whole posse of
Ain't no
local
mountains out
vigilantes
there.
offered to lend a hand.
I've been to Missouri. Flat and gross.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
What is this?
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
Yeah, I hate how it said this is supposed to be Missouri. It's like, well,
It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
The bugs and the dampness are accurate, though. I'll give them that much.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
That is clearly orange.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Yes, your little objective marker thing is completely disabled Just have to follow the
Where they stand.
stupid little red flags.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
Ow.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
They can't find shit.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Yeah, I don't want the shotgun game. Why would I take a shotgun out in this big open area? Oh, that dude looked like he had dynamite strapped on him. Oh, shit. Yes, he do.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Dumb bitch.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Ah, keep going. Motherfuckers. No. Ow.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view. But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
Oh.
But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon
awesome.
I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Probably gonna keep snoring.
Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Excuse me, what? Where?
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
I didn't see the dynamite indicator in time.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Ow. Oh damn, I can barely see that dude. Hook back up here, fool. God damn it. Come on, slide.
God damn, he's hard to hit. This is too good for him.
Oh.
Keep shooting. I don't mind.
Huh.
You can't get me.
Yeehaw. I want more freaking bullet time though. That shit rules.
Sorry, son of a bitch.
Oh, I can't believe I got that dude.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ooh, swampy. Ew. And
that's when I saw it.
Oh.
A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Yes, it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
ow, who's hitting me still? Fucker. You. That'll help if I could actually land my damn shots. Oh god.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces. Pass me the crossfire!
Shit. God damn, I'm getting mad speed. Who in the hell is hitting me? You. God damn. Let me get out of this freaking bullshit water. Ah.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Do I want quick shooters? You know what? I think it'll be close enough in here to make use of them.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn.
Yeah, I'm already regretting taking the quick shooters. I think the Minlade Rangers are probably the best ones. I Although I haven't gotten to use the just plain old inlay 6-shooters yet. God damn.
Just kill Red?
That dude was just matrix dodging me. Fuck. Ugh. See the mountain got that looks
right about then. Much to my relief,
I don't really got a lot of
the
pine trees out
vigilantes
there.
finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. Huh? But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Why don't you just shoot the guy?
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle.
After all this.
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Oh, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think they're even float.
So anyway...
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
Oh, God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how did you get off it, Breeze?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy.
Yeah.
But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Love Gatling guns.
Bob and Grant weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident
How
that
am I
this
supposed to
time
do
the
that?
odds were on their side.
God, I really have a hard time with this.
They got it wrong.
Oh shit.
A sad end for those two.
I thought I died right there.
If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
It's got a better rifle. Ooh.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
The Wild Punch. Juarez, 1868.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
The not-so-great train robbery. Led by Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, the Wild Bunch was the West's last famous outlaw gang.
I'd been on
we're
their
actually
trail
getting
for
pretty
months,
close to the end of the game.
ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers. I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Sawed-off rifle. Interesting. I wonder how functionally different that is.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say?
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Yeah!
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
I love cooling down from this game. It's so fun.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death.
Y'all really need to.
Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Another shotty, man. I'll pass.
Time times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Yeah, I want the regular ass rifle back. I'm not a fan of the sawn-off. Feels unnecessary. Where am I going? Oh, ladder.
I kept hoping the law
I am
would show up
blind.
and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Posse versus the Wild Bunch.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that?
Nope. I did not realize there was a dude behind me. I think I even just unlocked the thing that tells me when that happens.
Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody! You ain't seen the likes.
Ow. My shotgun dude.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
Yeah.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Why would I leave the Gatling gun? Gatling is slow, Gatling is on.
If you want to live!
Ah, they're still coming.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Ah, damn it. God, those get hard. Like, it's weirdly difficult to, like, split your focus on two different things. Especially when, like, the thing on the right is really hard to do properly. I could kill him early, I guess. Gotcha.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind. and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Woo, got him. Rifle upgrade, bitches. Concentration. Those are good. $130 to hell.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting?
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down. Old Bob wasn't among them, neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Ooh. No, not Moon Rangers. Thank you. Oh, hello.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Side parachute.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
Huh. Big difference.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Yes, there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
Don't want the shotgun. Why? Where'd my rifle go? No, game, where's my rifle? Oh.
Can't hide forever!
There it is.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Jeez. Damn.
Damn ears are ringing.
Ah. Armored shotgunner. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
I did? Oh. Hey. Whoa, dodge! Ah, wrong way. Many dudes.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
No big deal.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
I think we're in trouble.
Ow. Many dudes. Good boy. I'm missing a lot of shots here.
Give it up there, and I'll let you go.
Ooh, a nugget. Somewhere
So
nearby.
I proceeded onward. I realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Where is the secret? Oh, how do I get up there? Ah. There we go. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, if you didn't catch on earlier, these are all like actual historical figures, which I absolutely love. They went out of their way to do that. Most games definitely would not. Oh, it's just putting me back. Where the hell am I going? Find an alternate. Oh, so you jump. Yeah. Sitting here looking for the cliff.
Luckily,
Am
I
missing
found a
something?
cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I
just
saw
dumb.
something that concerned me. There was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Yeehaw. Ooh, this is looking like a trap.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazy. Dirty ass
Give me king. Is that a corpse or a guy? A guy. Now we know. Proof, damage, and concentration. Ooh. Ooh. I really, really want that next upgrade.
Cut him down.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Storing the Gatling gun and using dynamite. Take care of his little butt buddies first.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
What are you? Yellow?
How am I supposed to get up there?
You know who I am?
Oh. Ah. Yeet.
God damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Let's send this out.
Oh, I gotta wait for him to like pop up out of the freaking tunnel. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I messed that up royally. I know what I'm doing now.
Come out, you yellow bastard. Time for you to lay down and die. Are you kidding me? You can't beat me.
Oh, can't I?
I think he's scared. Damn! God damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this stuff
God damn, how many times I gotta hit this dude and kill him? Fucking dynamite. Not freaking cherry bomb.
Get out of here, you coward!
Ah. Only got one more bundle left. Ah.
Gonna cut you a new spot. Here, goddammit! Stand still so I can kill you.
You're gonna bleed. This is gonna hurt.
Like this, cocksucker! Move it, boys! Death is
Shit.
hold it off while I reload.
Oh, damn.
Can't beat me!
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Eventually,
There
I
we
brought
go.
that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself.
How
He
did
had
you
decided to stop
survive that?
pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Bullshit. No duel. God damn it.
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Ooh.
Those were his last words.
Hell yeah. Ah, I'm sure of another skill.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
According to Silas, another of his brother's murderers robbed trains with Jesse James.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
God damn it, an armored shotgun, dude. Gotcha.
Now wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
God damn it. Don't rewind. Read. Legend was. You can stop a train by staring it down.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Ooh. I hit the wrong key, I almost died.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head.
Oh. Going the wrong way. Both the doors are locked. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Shoot!
Oh.
Somebody get me!
Ah, jeez.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
Huh?
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I like how we're literally taking a break from action.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe
Just
it.
to let the storyteller take a
Jesse
piss.
James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I
Let's just
mention
go
that
and do the
this
same
Jim was
trailer
married
over
to the
and over.
infamous Belle Star? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed
Guys are
Jesse's
really fun
mother's
to call
house and
people
killed his
cocksuckers.
stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
Shit.
Timed up.
Oh. These ladders for snakes, I'd be bitten. Ah. Come on. Who's yelling at me? Oh, that dude up there. Kill the mini
across a
dude.
flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Apparently I can't shoot those down.
I wondered if I was ever gonna find the front of that train, or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Against the Gatling gun.
Well, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out.
Oh,
It was
hey,
either a bullet
regular
or
ass six
dynamite.
shooters. Let's try these.
Where would
They're
you
upgraded.
find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Oh, there's dynamite right there. Yeet.
Can't hear you.
Ow. Gotcha. Woo! I'm getting sweaty here.
Shoot him for Christ's sake.
Oh my god, there's so many! What the fuck? Ugh. Yeet.
You know who we are.
Ah.
Dynamite!
Dynamite spam! Oh, how am I alive? How am I alive? Woo! Heal.
You don't want to mess with
Motherfuckers. Where'd you come from?
Kill Red?
Full charging me.
Dodge a damn bullet?
Yeah, I did. I dodged that shit, bitch.
You can't hide.
Okay, please no more. Give me a breather.
I was looking for
God
Jim
damn.
and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Gotcha.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Come on. Okay. Ah.
It was then that Jesse
Oh,
detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Game
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah, Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Ooh, 4 out of 4 nuggets. Give me them nuggies. There's only
After my
1 or 2
showdown with
levels
Jesse,
left.
I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son-of-a-bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities.
I need to run to the restroom real quick. Yeah, we need to get to. Ooh. Alright. We're back. Get these here sons of bitches. At least they gave me my rifle.
In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Casual racism. Boy, I don't care for these quick shooters. Nice as the quick reload is. They just suck if there's any like distance at all. Doesn't matter if you got 1 gun or 2. Just there.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul. Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Red Man. Like that time, did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your
back
heart.
Spot.
It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men. And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him?
Who?
The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. Do you ever think about death?
Oh, give me
Mr.
a better
Graves,
pistol.
are you all right?
Oh, death. Oh, death.
Okay. Give me that skill.
Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death.
Hell yeah, thematic rain.
Someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death.
Oh, shit.
Death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son-bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Frank James.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Come on, where's the gunshot? Metal Gear Solid 3 sniper battle, I think. Come on. Woo, shit. Ah. Fuck this. Different time. Still can't see him.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Ah, I got sunlight in my eyes.
He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me.
He's a sneaky
Well,
motherfucker.
I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Graves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
Shit.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Damn. Run! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Get off the cliff, please. I don't like
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right.
Ah,
I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead.
Damn it. I don't remember dying so much.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Of course you did.
On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
And that son of a bitch! Take him out! He's just one man! Put him down! I want that bastard dead!
Ow. Ah.
You ain't seen the last of me. Stop that.
Yeah.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
Smartass.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit!
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here!
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Oh, man. Still not giving me pistols I want. Match.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts, as I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. "Hey, Reed!" I shouted. "No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me."
Son of a bitch!
Ooh. Shit talking the wife. Oh, damn.
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Ah. Damn it, game, just give me pistols. damn, that was dirty.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Another draw. Yep.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Gotcha.
And repay him I did.
I don't know why that one earlier I had to try like 4 times. Chip Reed, honorably killed.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Back to episode 7, The Wild Bunch.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna lie, I'm not certain where Bolivia is even located. I assume somewhere south of Mexico.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers.
Wind River Mountains.
Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
It's literally the end of the cowboy era, basically. Hell, 1911, you'd have Browning semi-auto get popularized. Oh, shit.
Old Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
Very true.
I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead. Nothing could stop me from taking his life.
God damn.
I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid.
One of everything.
But that chapter of my story you already know.
I kind of want to just take this
Chapter
regular
of that
ass 6
fairy
shooters.
tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Ow. Dude must have freaking shins and feet made of glass.
The town was falling apart, just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
Where am I going?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Oh, I heard footsteps. A little spooky. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going to. Missed something?
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them.
I didn't even see the damn dynamite. What the fuck?
Done this. Kill that old timer.
Oh my hell. Help.
Put that geezer in the ground.
Enough with the fucking dynamite, please, bro. Ugh. Ugh. Have some of your own damn medicine. Damn fuckers.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up...
From the dead?
There was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Graves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
My dog being a goober. God damn, they're hard to
I saw
beat.
Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Ow. God, dude, I can't see him in the fog. Holy shit. Damn. Oh god. He's throwing dynamite.
And in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Boy, they really do not need to make it so damn foggy.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
I mean, like, damn.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Oh shit.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought?
Oh god.
I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
God, I hate this. Ugh. Ugh.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
You ever have me do another goddamn duel? Butch Cassidy. Sundance Kid. Sounds families. The good, the bad, and the dead.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
No friends, Sedge. UIRL for me.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's
This
mine.
music is really good.
So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
You need to switch your focus to the enemy who is looking at you. Oh, come on. my gosh,
Cassidy and
holy
the
shit.
Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Woo! The finale. Grey Wolf, the Apache Menace fan, emphasized some mysterious warning, cautioning him not to wallow in his hatred. After Stinking Springs, Billy the Kid and Silas Greaves ended up in jail. They remained there till the spring.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob?
There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
The old Spanish coin.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Revenge or redemption? We'll go redemption.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
There's the end of the game. Boy in the bar the whole time was Dwight Eisenhower. No, bartender was the guy you'd been hunting for.
Ooh, dear.
Got a lot of the damn nuggets truth too. Yeah, I wonder, is there a level select? Nah, I'd have to replay the whole damn level, I think.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
That's a bummer.
Well,
I just wanted to see if I could pick the different ending real quick. I don't really want to do that whole last level again. That was shitty. Yep, that was the entire damn game, though. It's about 3.5 hours. Let me get some music going for a second here. There we go. Let's see. I've got game night with my buddy, but that's not for another 2 or 3 hours, so I can go for another hour or two. I don't know quite what y'all are looking for. I was thinking about doing Abzu, which is supposed to be like kind of just mostly chill underwater game that's supposed to be like really pretty. It's supposed to be short too, but I don't know if it's short enough to finish. So I don't know if it's worth booting that up. I should just boot up FF14 for a little bit. Looks like I do more Stardew. Let me take a hot second here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read a message to figure out what the hell's going on tonight. I'm not seeing anything. Well, shit. God, most of the stuff I got installed on here would be better if I just had more time to actually stream it. You know what? Rather than drag it out for just an hour, not really knowing what to do, I think I'll just call it there. I'll be on tomorrow and Sunday. We'll do longer ones. I'll hop on into my earlier time. I'll try to get on around 10:30 to 11:30ish. I don't know what we will do from there. Part of me is just really waiting for the Skyrim anniversary to drop, because I'm wondering if the upgrade cost is worth it. So it looks like it's going to cost $20 for the anniversary upgrade. I don't know exactly what it's going to add other than the Creation Club stuff and fishing. So if that looks to be worth it, then I'll definitely pick that up. Should be Thursday. God damn. But yeah. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I'll figure something out. But that will be it for today. Thanks for dropping in.